So how to file your income taxes using H&R Block online software. It's actually very simple. So I'm going to show an example of someone who is single, lives alone, and is working. So once you've created your account and sign in, and if you use my referral code to get 10% off, which you can enter right here under activation code, you can then click on start your return, start a new return, and then it's going to bring you to this page. So once you click on start your new return, simply have to enter your information. So here you'd simply enter your name, date of birth, social insurance number, gender, click continue. So it's basic data entry, very simple. Then you put your address, enter your address, click continue, answer a few questions. So what province or territory did you live in December 31st? So in this case, I'm just going to use Alberta. Is your home address the same as your mailing address? Yes. Did you immigrate to Canada? No. Do you have Canadian citizenship? Yes. And do you want to be part of the, do you want to authorize Canada Revenue Agency to give your name, address, date of birth, and citizenship to Elections Canada? Yes or no? It's up to you. Click continue. So we said marital status, single. Did it change? No. Do you have any dependents? No. Click continue. So then it gives you a summary of the personal information that you just entered. Click continue. And then here is where you get to enter the slips. So as you notice, if you notice on top here, you have different tabs: get started, quick entry, prepare, wrap up and file. So we were just in get started where we entered the personal information, and now under quick entry, you have different tabs as well. So under each tab, you'll have different tabs, but the main tabs are on top. So here it just gives you a summary of what this section is for. Basically, any forms that you receive that are related to taxes, this is where you enter these forms. So click continue. So if you already have an account with CRA, you can actually download all your forms or slips directly from the CRA website to the software. So you don't have to input them manually. So it doesn't have to be data entry. All you have to do is sign in, authorize, and then it gets transferred over. If you want, you can just skip this step. And then here you're in the quick slip. So under quick entry tab, you're under quick slips. So if you have so if you're working, you're going to be getting a T4 from your employer. So basically you just search for the slip that you want. So you come here, click write T4, statement of remuneration paid. You choose it, and basically if you already have a T4, it's going to have numbers in these boxes, and you basically just enter these numbers in the corresponding boxes. It's basic data entry. So for example, province is going to be Alberta, and then 14 is your employment. So these numbers here, you're going to get them from your employer. They're going to give you a T4 that already has all these numbers, and you just basically input these numbers in the boxes here. So I'm just putting your random numbers just for example purposes, but you will most likely have your own real numbers. Then you click continue. And if there's an error message, it's gonna stop you and let you know. So here I entered an amount in box 17, which is related to the province of Quebec. And since I'm a resident of Alberta and my employment is from Alberta, this doesn't concern me. So I'm gonna remove it. Also, if there's a box that you don't see here, you can come add it here. If you're looking for a box that you don't see here on top, you can look at this drop down menu and add the box. And you could add another box if you want. It's very simple. Click continue. Oh, and also if you have another T4, so if you worked for 2 different companies in the same year, you can go ahead and add another T4 and fill it out the same way. So we're going to go back to quick slips. So right now we have 1 T4 that we entered. So we entered our personal information in get started. Under quick entry, we entered our T4 slip, and we click continue. So this is the example of someone who is single, lives alone, and is working. Pretty basic, pretty simple. So once we finished with the quick entry, we come to the prepare tab. So this is going to be filling out forms or schedules that don't necessarily come from tax documents or slips that you've received. So this is information that you're going to enter yourself to create forms. But in most cases, it's not going to concern you. So if you did not have employment expenses, then it doesn't concern you. Did you have self-employment income? If you didn't, it doesn't concern you. Pension and retirement plans, doesn't concern you. If you didn't have investments, doesn't concern you either. So if you didn't have a rental property, for example, you don't have to click here. Unused tuition. So if you had tuition, you'd click here. If you didn't, then you just ignore it. So I'll just click continue. I didn't choose anything. So none of these concern me. If I have medical expenses, so right now I'm under the prepare tab under most popular. If I have medical expenses, I simply click on medical expenses and click continue. So you can see I'm under prepare, most popular, medical expenses. So here I would enter my medical expenses. So I put the date, describe the medical expenses and how much I paid. And if I want to add more, simply click add another medical expenses. So usually it's within a 12-month period. It doesn't have to be in the 2018 calendar year, but just to make things simpler, it's best to keep it in the 2018 calendar year. So if nothing I see here concerns me, I'll just click on continue, which brings me now to prepare tab and required. So on the required, I'll have some questions that I have to answer. You can see with the asterisks, wherever there's an asterisk is questions that I have to answer. So did you own or hold specified foreign property with a total cost of more than 100K? No. Did you purchase a home in 2018 that qualifies for the home buyer's amount? If yes, you enter the amount. If not, you ignore. So if there's nothing here, click continue. Choose a language you want to use. For communications, English. Are you filing for the first time? No. So basically just answer the questions. Normally, if you want, absolutely recommend to enter your email here so you can sign up to CRA online and also receive everything online. It's much simpler. Also, if you want to sign up for direct deposit, you have to do it with CRA online. You cannot do it with your tax return directly. So it's very useful to have access to CRA My Account. So simply click continue. Once you've completed that section, see if there's any questions you have to answer, basic questions. You don't have to answer questions here. Click continue. So now you're under wrap up. Click continue. Shows you the credits and amounts claimed. Click continue. Also shows you credits that you'll be receiving. So in this case, this person's going to be receiving an Alberta Climate Leadership Adjustment rebate, $234 for the whole year. Click continue. So basically just answer the questions. Do you owe money? Yes. In this fake example, yes, he owes money. So click yes, click continue. And then you're ready to file your return. So basically you're done. If your situation is as simple as that, then basically you're done. You click continue, then you can just go ahead and file here. There's a summary page. You can look at your tax return here. You can view your tax return. You can view a summary. And you simply click continue, and then you're ready to file. You can net file by online, so you don't have to send anything by paper, or if you want, you can send by paper. But obviously, it's better to send electronically because you get everything much faster. If you have a refund, you get it in less than 2 weeks. So yeah, that's it. You're done. If that's your situation. Now let's say you made Rrsp contributions. So because you're going to get a tax receipt from your bank or your financial institution. So this is something you'd enter under quick entry, under quick slips. So basically you just click on the quick entry tab, go to quick slip, and then here you just write RRSP, and there you go, it comes out. So Rrsp contribution receipt, and then you just fill it out. So RBC, when did you make the contribution? So if you made it in 2018, or if you made it in the first 3 months of 2019 or the first 2 months of 2019. How much did you contribute? Let's say we contributed $5,000. Did you contribute anything to your spouse? No. And of course, you need to know what's your maximum deduction limit. So let's just say this person has a limit of $40,000. And then that's it. Then click continue, and you're going to see a difference here. So by contributing $5,000, it reduced this person's tax owing. Let's go give him $10,000 contribution receipt. And let's say he actually got deducted from his paycheck throughout the year. Let's say $10,000 was deducted from his taxes, from his pay. So now he's getting a nice refund of $4,000. So that's it, really simple. Go back to wrap up, go to file, ready, net file. That's it. So this was a basic example of someone who was single, living alone, and simply employed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you want an example of a different scenario, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll gladly do it for the next video. And if you want to get that referral code to get 10% off, it'll be available in the description below the video, which you can enter before starting your return under activation code. And remember, if you're going to get a nice refund, if you don't need the money, it's best to invest it. And if you decide to invest on the stock market and open an account with Questrade, use my referral code in the description below the video to get up to $250 back. Thanks for watching.